Okay, let's work on the dancing animation. As usual, in Blender, delete any content in your scene, click import, and here is a Salsa Dancing, and it looks like there are 157 frames. So if we want to see how the original data looks like before doing root motion extraction, oh, there is definitely a lot of rotation here. So there is some translation around, in a little bit on X and Y. There's definitely no jumping data. There is no changes in Z height. But what matters is that the character in this animation is rotating, and we want to make sure that rotation gets extracted into the root motion. So in this case, if this is what we desire, we need to click this checkbox, rotation extraction options, and we want to get the rotation around the Z axis. That's it. That's the only thing we need to do if we really want that. And we click extract root motion. Okay, so here's an interesting, for weird ways into how Blender works. So the first thing we're gonna do is that I'm manually playing the animation after the extraction, and we can see that the character is not kind of rotating anymore. We do see that the root node is definitely changing, so the translation was correctly extracted, but the rotation is not looking good. And the only reason is because we're visualizing the rotations in XYZ Eulers, and there is no animation data from the point of view of the Euler angles. But if you click on quaternions, now we see some highlights in there, and now the character looks exactly as we expect to. It's rotating, and we have quaternion data as the character rotates and moves along. So this is correct now. Not only we extracted translation, but we also extracted rotation about the z-axis. Again, part of the magic of Lumbermixalot, quote, magic. But okay, everything is correct. So now let's just export the Salsa Dancing, and let's see how this looks like in O3DE. Now we are in O3DE, and as usual, the first thing, because we exported the Salsa Dancing on the asset browser, we need to configure what is going to be the root bone of this animation, which is the armature. We save update. All is good. We can go now. For example, let's see how the dancing animation looks on the animation editor. So let's add to the motion set. Let's add the Salsa Dancing motion, and let's click on it. So what matters here in this motion, let me get a little bit closer. You can see how there is rotation in the arrow that is placed in the ground. Is rotating as the character moves. It looks like, so not only is translating, but it's also is rotating, so the root motion is correct. And the character returns to its original position. Perfect. And on the simple motion component, let's remove jumping, and let's select the dancing motion. And now let's enter into game mode. And there it is. There is the character dancing. And this is it. This is the end of our tutorial on using Lumbermixalot, the version 303. I hope you enjoy, and feedback is always appreciated. Thank you.